Buoy. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out with us on the November Roundtable. So we're doing stuff a little bit differently. We're going to get through all the pre-submitted questions that everyone sent us. Thank you again for those. And then this fine group of people is going to sit around and play a game of the Quiet Year, which is available on Roll20, using a map token pack from one of our marketplace creators. So we're going to get to all your burning questions and then have some fun and answer some questions in between. Oh, I hear the videos are in the wrong spots. That's my fault because I went away for a second. Carlos will fix that in a second. So we will do a little dance here in a moment. But just to start off with introductions, I am Trivia. I am the director of licensing at Roll20, so I'm the one bringing you all those fancy deals with your favorite publishers. And next, I'm going to go to Kenton, wherever he may be
Hi,
on the
I'm
overlay.
here. I'm Ken. I'm the product director here at Roll20, and so I am the one who helps plan all the updates and make sure they get out to the servers. And I choose Corey.
I'm Corey. I'm the new graphics developer. Been here for maybe 2 months now. I'm super excited to be here.
And I'm Ceejay. I'm a part of the Roll20 XP team. I'm told I'm a specialist.
You're special to me.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say that. Ken took my nice thing to say to Ceejay. So to start off, we want to make sure that we cover the most recent Roll20 update. So I'm gonna have Kenton talk a little bit about the Zoom tool.
Hey, gang. How about that Zoom tool? So, um, this Tuesday, we released an update to the way that the virtual tabletop changes in and out, basically getting bigger and smaller relatively, and then the way that you can move around on that map. Uh, there were there was a lot of feedback about that, and we take that feedback very seriously, and we want to make sure that everybody's games can be played and played well. So, taking that feedback, we actually reverted that code today to make sure that we were we were able to get that polished and get that in a usable and beneficial update specifically. So that's what happened today, and yeah, I'm actually very excited. Excuse me, excited with the Zoom tool, and I know that there are a couple people who've mentioned that they like the new Zoom feature, and it worked well for some people, but it also did not work very well for some people as well. So we're going to take that into consideration to make sure that it works for as many people as possible.
Awesome. Thank you, Kenton. And so I want to get through a couple of questions before we start playing, just to make sure that we have everyone's most pressing things covered early before we get to go have fun playing in this map that I put together. So, Carlos, can we get the first question, please? Thank you. And I'm going to go find which one it was. Oh, so this is, I have too many tabs open. I'm sure this is a relatable post. Yeah, so is this Kenton? Was this one you?
I'll take it. Send me that question.
All righty. Here we go. So this is a question from Mr. Farlops, who asked, when are you going to clean out old suggestions?
So we don't clean out suggestions in that we throw them away, with the exception of like after 30 days, if the suggestions don't have 10 votes, then we want to then we do clean those out. So 30 days, you get 10 votes on the suggestion, and then it can sit in the suggestions and ideas and marinate and get feedback. I say that word a lot, and other people's ideas get to go in those. When we complete them, or when they're just not feasible, because sometimes world peace is something we all want, but not something that we can necessarily help with directly with software. Those get marked as complete or not doing. We might even go back and do some of the not doing, but no, we never want to say a suggestion is something that we're just going to close out and go away, because it's really good information, and it's great to hear from our users and use that understanding about how people use Roll20.
And there's a little bit more here that we took some notes on. A lot of the older suggestions get wrapped up much later down the road. So for instance, custom token markers is something that has been on for a long time and is now getting some love. So if we would have closed that out, 6 months, a year ago, that wouldn't be there anymore. So we keep those things up as long as they are a possibility.
Wishlist is another really good example of that. That took nearly 6 months of work on the marketplace infrastructure before we were actually able to implement the wish list. And we weren't just working on the wish list for 6 months. It was other stuff that was benefiting the wish list or the marketplace, and then we were able to add wish lists once that was done. We've been increasing our development staff. Hey, Corey. And so we are hiring specifically to address some of those longer sitting requests, the ones that have been out there for a while. Corey's been working on some of those.
Some of the stuff just needs a little bit more person power. We're working on it.
I think I missed some of your packets there, Ceejay.
Oh, what happened?
It was a little choppy. Can you say one more time?
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that some of the stuff takes a little extra time and effort and needs some more person power. And we're working on getting more person power at the moment.
Yeah, more person power. And sometimes people have really good, big ideas that we have to work on.
Yeah.
Great.
So yes, if you have ideas, please put them in the suggestions forum. We read them all the time, and we really appreciate knowing what y'all would like to have on the VTT. Carlos, can we have the next question, please? So this is from Archipko. Excuse me if I have butchered your name. So are there any plans on making a 3D option to be able to see maps such as Final Fantasy Tactics? So I'm going to let someone dev-related answer the dev side of this.
Is this me?
Is this you, Corey? Is this you?
Right,
is this
wonderful.
You?
Yeah. I personally would love to get like a tactical like isometric style like gameplay going. I think feasibly right now, not quite there, but like it's definitely something that would love to see in the future. Yeah.
Play around with cool ideas that come across, like interesting implementations, but the software and the infrastructure that exists, and I mean like what Google and Firefox, Google with Chrome and Firefox are making is not quite there for the way that we want to do things. And yeah, but I will say that the marketplace creators, there's quite a few of them who do some really cool isometric stuff that you can play in more of a 3D styled way for sure.
Yeah, so if you haven't looked up there's actually a tag now for isometric assets out on the marketplace. So if you want a Final Fantasy Tactics style game board, there are some people that are making that possible as exists now. Some of the scaling may not be perfect if you're somebody who really loves to use a ruler for your spells instead of counting your squares, but the visuals are totally possible with those packs. Let's do question number 3, if you could, Carlos, please. All right, so let me find who wrote this. Minoru asks, in what shape is the layer up feature right now? In what shape is the layer up feature right now is what I'm going to say out loud. That's my grammar.
It works. So another dev question. And kind of more on the planning side. So I'll take it from Corey for now. Layer up is something that is working on indirectly right now. The lighting system and with advanced fog of war and dynamic lighting, we're working on a new implementation of that so that everything can be connected and related. And we have a little preview of that later on. So stick around for that. But once we have that, we're going to be in a much better place to support layer up and the additional layers on the virtual tabletop. We have to make sure primarily that the browsers can handle all the stuff that we're throwing at them. And so that was one of the concessions we made earlier this year to make sure that lighting and fog was working really well. So.
Great, thank
That's all
you.
got
I
to
was
say about that.
trying to find my mute button really fast, so no one has to listen to me breathe. Great. So can we get the next question up, please, Carlos? So this is from Matt. And what are the plans / project outline for more Starfinder support? So I do not have a project outline ready for anyone to see. However, the next product that's coming out, I can tell you about, and that's going to be the next Against the Aeon Throne Adventure Path chapter. So that's going to be coming early 2020. And by early 2020, I mean very early 2020. Starfinder Charactermancer support is still on our list of things that are being developed. But that is, there is no date currently for that. So I don't want anyone to get too excited before it's ready to go. Next question, please. Oh, hello, officials. This is from someone with a name in Korean, which I cannot read, but I appreciate you posting in. So hello, officials. I am a user who likes to use Roll20, but there's been some hard work. I couldn't play the song right away. I was in the loading state for an hour to play the song. Is this an error? Also, I can't upload my profile picture. I want you to solve this problem.
Yeah, so when people have bugs like that, issues like that, excuse me, best course of action is to email us directly at team@roll20.net. I or one of the other XP team members will be able to help you with that. And if we can't help you with that, we'll escalate those issues for you. We actually just switched over to a new customer support management tool called Zendesk. Helps us respond faster. It's a lot less complicated for us to use and for you guys to use, which is awesome. So yeah, that's the best kind of questions.
Thank you, Ceejay. So next question. Alrighty, so this is from user Zim. Currently, archiving is purely an organizational tool, and so it does not reduce lag that happens in larger and longer games with many assets. Are there any plans to alter how archiving works so that archived items don't lag Roll20? I know there's the transmogrifier for pro accounts, but I feel like the lag is more of a bug than a perk, which should be resolved without requiring to pay more to work around the issue. Thank you.
I'm going to make the assumption that this is about page archiving.
And also character archiving, handout archiving.
Yes, with all of that, actually, all the data that we load into the virtual tabletop, we are optimizing the way that we store and retrieve that for the games. That's going to that requires some pretty fundamental changes to the way that we do all the things. But it should increase performance pretty significantly within the virtual tabletop. And so I think that this will help. That particular half of that, the other half, I think, is getting the organizational aspects of archiving those things, and that is and that's something that we need to do after we get the infrastructure ready to go. So we're kind of, the one is dependent on the other.
Cool, thank you. All right, next question. Still awaiting any news on Out of the Abyss. So I believe I said this on the last roundtable. If I did not, then I will say it here on this roundtable. I spoke with my coworker who is now in charge of the production schedule, and both of us are on the same page that we want to get back catalog complete for Wizards of the Coast in 2020. So there may be some things that have to move around, same as it ever is, but both of us really would like that to happen. So that means Out of the Abyss, that means Sword Coast Adventures Guide, that means DMG. So as long as nothing catastrophic happens by the end of 2020, all of those should be out, and we can focus on cool new stuff instead of trying to catch up. So hopefully that makes everyone happy. All right, next question. Thank you, Carlos. So this is from Finder Ski. If something is queued, what does that mean? There are suggestions that have been queued for over 6 months with no additional info/progress. And I believe that is Ceejay.
Yeah. So, excuse me. From the foam sticky, queued items are the ones we're actively making plans for, writing code for, and we have sort of a rough timeline for release, but not anything we can usually say publicly. It's important to realize that other suggestions are being worked on and improvements and bugs are being worked on to be fixed and stuff like that. So some items and some options may take a little bit longer than others, and priorities can shift kind of at any time.
And to build on that, sometimes queued is kind of a big bucket that we put stuff in, and sometimes it starts with research, and sometimes we discover that the technical way we're going to do a thing isn't going to work long term, or it doesn't work for everyone, or it's causes nuclear explosions in the sun, and then we have to, that happens every day. Then we have to shift that stuff around. So that's, but keep an eye on the threads. We update them. Typically it's me updates them at least every month. That's my solemn promise to each and every one of you, because it is my job and because I care about each and every one of you.
Oh, thank you, Kenton. All right, and this next question is a fun question. So this is a free-for-all question, which was submitted by Millen to Villain, which is, what is a feature you haven't implemented yet but would like to in the future? Kenton, let's start with you.
Oh man, I made this joke.
Do you want to do the joke, or do you want to answer it for realsies?
Because I think
okay.
I'd like Roll20 to be integrated into a neural implant so that you can experience the thrill of battle and the excitement of becoming a new character, like as real as it possibly can get. I mean that too. That's true. That would be awesome. And I don't mean it in like a AR or VR type thing. I mean like true Matrix style stimulation.
You want the plug in the base of your skull that the big needle goes in. All right, that's Kenton's. What? Hey, Carlos. All right, so mine made me feel like a teacher's pet giving a really nice Roll20 based answer. So I also head up the marketplace, and I really want better ways for marketplace creators to show off their awesome work. So I want the ability for them to embed GIFs and videos and change up their item descriptions and just make it really easy for you to see what you're getting, and when it's an adventure or something, like see how cool the adventure is. So that's what I want. I have not talked to anybody about this. These are my personal dreams, which I have now put on a round table. Ceejay, do you have any features you'd like?
Honestly, I learn something new every single day that I'm here. It's been that way for 2 years. But yeah, not really. I really like the platform. I think as someone who came into this really not being a part of the tabletop community at all, when I first got here, I found it to be a fun way for me to jump into it when I have the time to, because as we all know, tabletop gaming it can wreak havoc on a schedule. But yeah, I don't have any off the top of my head at the moment.
That's totally fair. What about you, Corey?
Let me think about this.
It's hard to think about something that like isn't us saying by November 20th, 2019, I will have this feature that's now on Roll20.
Maybe I could play like an isometric action game like Diablo through Roll20. That would be very interesting if we were able to, like, get that kind of like super live action gameplay going in the tabletop. I know that's really far fetched, but like, you know, who's to say that in a few years, like we can't get to that point where it's like super snappy and you can like, you know, really play of like zombies are coming in and you just go in and start like, you know, fending them off with some button clicks. And Diablo, more Diablo 2 than 3.
All right, yeah. A little more chill. Okay, awesome. And then question 10. Can you put that up, Carlos? Sweet. This is from Dark Templar 45. Could we get some more details for the new layers dynamic lighting update? Maybe a teaser video or a blog. I'm excited to see what changes. So I believe we have a little bit of gifts and things to show off, Carlos. Is that true? It was in the last rundown. Well, there you go. If you, and we don't have it ready to put up here, correct? Correct. Okay, so mods, can you please put a link to the latest rundown in chat? And if you want to go see a sneaky peeky about the new lighting updates, that is where to go get them. Go watch Carlos's incredible Roll20 rundown video from this month. All right, so that gets through all of our pre-submitted questions. So I'm going to set up Quiet Year. We're going to get a little bit done, and then we're going to go through your awesome chat questions that I've been seeing. Alrighty, so hands up if you've ever played the Quiet Year before. Cool. So that's fine. I expected that. So Quiet Year is a game written by Avery. No, it's not written by Avery Aller. Joe McDonald. And this is available on the Roll20 marketplace. This is a map creating game and just a storytelling game. So we thought it'd be fun to play like kind of a chill game and then talk with y'all. So this game can get more serious. We all talked in advance and decided that we'd like to do a more, you know, lighthearted, fun, chill version of the Quiet Year. So just letting you know that if you want to pick it up with your friends, sometimes it can go a little dark with some of the questions. So, you know, speak about content with your pals as you see fit. But so the game is split up into 4 different seasons. And so we are making a community and land that the goal is to protect ourselves from the frost wardens, I believe.
Frost wardens?
Frost wardens? Frost somethings. I'm going through a Frost Shepherds found it.
Oh.
The Frost Shepherds are coming the Frost Shepherds will be coming at the end of winter, and we have to be prepared. So we both speak for individuals and for the community as a whole. Our goal is to introduce conflict to each other and also like care about this community that we're creating.
Okay.
And we may not finish this game. That's fine. I took out like a good portion of the cards to make it a little shorter. So what you can see here on the game area is a dark rectangle, and this will be our play space. So we're going to be using map tokens, which everyone can see except for y'all, to build out an area. And so I started it dark like water, but we can change that at any time. And so the way that we'll be taking care of our community is by creating projects. Let me see. I read this recently, but I slept since then. So, all right. So we're going to establish some facts about the community and what the surroundings are like. So we're going to begin with a brief discussion about the general terrain and habitat of this area. And so this can be as simple as someone saying, how about a community in a rocky desert? And everyone else agrees. And then at this point, each of us will introduce one detail about the local terrain. And so we do a general overview, and then everybody gets to put something down on the map. So Someone else give an idea.
Okay. Is anyone opposed to a forest rather than a rocky desert?
I like forests. How about you, Corey?
I like islands a lot.
Ooh, do you want a forest on an island?
I
That
was
I'm
going to suggest a volcano, so we could do like a tropical forested island.
Okay. Does anyone have any problems with that?
all about it.
Nope.
All right. So I'm gonna start building that. And if everyone else wants to kind of, you know what, I'm just gonna grab this piece and just make it real big, and everyone can deal with the fact that it's not exactly as proportional as all the other pieces. Look at him go. Such a nice big island. Flip him. Don't put anything on. Okay, I'm flipping him. And we're stretching.
We're flipping and stretching.
There we go. We have an island, everybody. So go ahead and put your features in.
I'm gonna put this this mountain in
And
here.
you can resize and whatever you like. I'm gonna put in kind of a like dead forest, because that's
It's
fun
an
for
island
me.
of dead forests.
No, just one right here. Just one right here. We'll have a little buddy. Let me see. While everyone puts their little features in, let me grab one of the questions. Kenton, this one might be for you. I am not sure. But when will you guys solve the dice not showing problem?
We are working on that presently, and
Mhm.
I kind of do mean this very minute, actually. We are we basically we've put out a couple different fixes, but it's not one specific cause. It's a couple different things that are compounding in that way. So we changed. It's hard to answer this question and move my mountains around at the same time. So I'm going to focus on one of them. We are going to, we updated our servers, like the number of different servers that could run concurrently, so we could support a whole lot more people playing at the same time. That was one thought that we thought would solve the issue. It still is happening in a little bit, so we are some users were reporting that 3D dice made it happen more often, and so we suggested that having problems they try that. But we have logs. We've replicated the issue, and that is a good 50% of getting the problem solved. So that's what we're working on now. It is top priority. It is we list it as highest priority right now. Yeah.
Awesome. And so just to clarify, does this update fix the bug from the last several weeks where rolls aren't appearing randomly? That's the same issue?
Yeah, that's the same.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Awesome. Did everyone get something on the map?
Mhm.
Corey, did you put something on the map?
I did.
Okay.
Some of the southern
Oh,
forests.
the southern trees? Nice. And
Yeah.
then Ceejay got some little mountains in there too?
I'm trying. Just a second.
Oh, I think I see them. Wait, are they down in the corner?
Yeah.
Here
That-
we go.
yeah.
Here we go. All right. Oh.
Oh, hold on. That's my bad.
Oh no, Ceejay. Did you did you delete out my tokens?
I don't think I did. Hold on.
It's okay. I got them back. Let's see. Let's do one more question while I go make sure all the little tokens on there. Oh wait, this question's for me. So I have a question about modules. There are a lot of rollable tables that aren't included in modules. Will there be revisions to add the missing rollable tables? And will there be a way to read compendium books in order the information was written as an option? Because I find there's a lot of data and stats that I find in the books that I don't see as easily in modules. And for clarification, this is Curse of Strahd. So Curse of Strahd was actually the last module that was created before I came on, and that's when we started doing all the rollable tables. There are some things that I would like to have updated on the Roll20 side, which then we can go back and update a lot of the modules. So it's in my head to go bring them up all to the same level as what you're used to from the more recent releases. So yes, but not right now is my answer, which I apologize. But it will happen. We want to make sure that everyone's experience is the same. So, alrighty. And oh, next one's for me too. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't mean to be hogging it. Will there ever be a place in the marketplace for community created content? Marketplace creators are all community creators. So you don't got to worry about that.
As in, that's already a thing.
That's already there. So don't you worry. What am I doing? I'm messing it up now. So if you're interested in becoming a creator for the Roll20 marketplace, just head on over to. Can I get a link in the chat, please, for the become a creator page? You send us a little introduction. We look over your stuff, and if it seems like a good fit, we get you in. So there's that. I am fixing this token now. All right.
I apologize. I messed everything up.
No, it's all right, Ceejay. This is a we're having a layer malfunction right now. Do you see this? So I'm trying to get all the layers together where they're supposed to be. All right, and actually, Kenton, can I have you answer this one?
Sure.
Are there any plans to improve general performance? I have a high-end PC, but playing Pathfinder is like a 3-second delay slideshow. One of my GMs mentioned serial JavaScript instead of async being a big issue with the larger character sheets.
Yeah, that is something that I mentioned earlier that we are working on when it comes to archiving the character and page data, all that kind of stuff. That is basically exactly what you're talking about, using JavaScript in a more efficient way to pull that in and use that. All the stuff that we do in the browser between voice and video chat and then shared images and entire books and compendium access that you have for everything, pulling that in and out, all those different things have a lot that they demand a lot from a browser, and browsers weren't made for what we do. We just hack the heck out of what the browser is capable of, and push it to its limits, and make engineers at Google working on the Chrome project cry a little bit. And oh man, what are they going to think of next? So all that to say, yes, we definitely are. We're improving our infrastructure. We're improving the optimization and the way we use our infrastructure. That's happening all the time. So it's not just new stuff, which was, I think, another part of the comment, being thrilled to focus on improving what we have more than bringing new things in. We do that a lot. It's just that typically those don't get as much fanfare as something new. So you may completely miss that update, or it may not even necessarily be announced because it's just optimizing the servers a little bit. But we should take that victory lap.
For sure. And then I'll get this chat question. So then we're caught up before we start playing again. Will there be a standard set by Roll20 for paid GMs so that others can know if they're worth the money? And related question, sort of like rating system for paid GMs like Uber does for their drivers, that would be interesting. We've had this come up a few times, and also with marketplace purchases of people wanting a review system. And there's a lot that we need to think about with it due to the ability.
Also for GMs, period. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not even paid GMs, but just people, that do looking for group type games. So the thing that we want to make sure to mitigate is the opportunity for abuse, which is, people jumping on one person that they don't like and giving, 6, 7, 10, whatever bad reviews. So how do we vet that person has actually played with that person? How do we do all of those things are conversations that we're still having, because we want to make sure that something like that is actually useful and can't be toyed with. So I hope that helps give a little insight into our thought process there.
And that's like a really big problem. I mean,
yeah.
For everyone, there's like the verified purchases on certain large e-commerce shops, and even that isn't foolproof. And so it's kind of like a can of worms that every time we open has no bottom.
Just more worms.
Yeah. Just.
All right, cool.
There's a nice forest surrounding our mountain.
Thank you so much. Look at this beautiful island that we're going to create a community on. I'm so excited. So we're going to play for a bit, and then we'll check back in on your questions. So the community, we haven't put the community in. The community itself should be fairly large on the map, perhaps occupying a third of the map. So unless otherwise stated, assume that our community has between 60 and 80 members. So what kind of community do we have here? And like what do they live in?
A series of windmills.
You like the windmills? So wind energy situation. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Come back here, my island. All right. There are several things here that are between the objects layer and map layer, which is very poor organization, and that's all my fault. So we can
probably some of my fault too.
All right, so we've got wind energy. These are people that care about the environment. That's not, they're not burning fossil fuels. I love that.
The ocean tree is our god.
Okay, all right. We gotta.
Because other trees can't grow in the salty water, but this tree can.
I love it. I'm gonna put some other buildings in here just because visual interest.
Yes.
All right. And while I'm setting those up, let's see what's the next thing to think about. So we need to start declaring some important resources for the community. Something which we might have in either abundance or scarcity. So picking a resource now makes it important. So for example, if you pick gasoline, it becomes something that your community wants and needs. So we each get to pick one resource, and I will go last. And if somebody wants to type them.
Whale blubber.
Oh, you want whale blubber?
Well, yes.
All right.
Thank you, Elsie.
All right.
I think in the mountains, there's a certain type of bird that is exceptionally skilled at catching fish, and the fish they are really bad at eating them because they're so good at catching them. They don't eat all of them, and then they leave them in the fields, and so our fields are extra fertile, and like they grow a whole lot of stuff. And we think that's because these birds, so we protect the birds.
What do you call the birds? Okay. I've written it down. I'm gonna this is the name for the birds. I've put it on the island so everyone can see.
I think there's an H at the end of that.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can fix it. Yes, I can. You don't nice tool. Corey, what's your your resource?
Based off of where the windmills are located, at a certain time during the day, the heat builds up on the mountainous range, and it causes like the wind to like really like tunnel through that area and cause the windmills to spin particularly fast. So the wind that comes through that area, it's a lot more forceful than anywhere else, which is why the town's set up in the center.
Can I call it hot day wind?
Hot day wind, yes.
Hot day wind. And I gotta pick something. What is a resource that we care about? I'm gonna say that there is a plant on the island that creates a sunscreen. What's the one? Banana boat. That's the name of it. So I'm gonna call them sunscreen nanners. Those are our resources.
Sunscreen
nanners. All right. So
pick them and then like.
Yeah, you like the skin.
Yeah.
The skin has a natural sunscreen. And all right, so of these 4 things that we've picked, one of them needs to be in abundance, and the other 3 are scarce.
We should keep that order and roll a d4.
Ooh. Would you do that for me, please?
Yes. Oops, I hit 1 too many times. So whale blubber, we have an abundance.
We have so much whale blubber, we can't even start to think about it. All right.
There's so many whales around our island. They also worship the ocean.
The rest of so everyone here needs to somehow show on the map the abundance of whale blubber or the scarcity of everything else in a pictogram fashion. So like that could be like there's just one thing, right? Like there's just one fish on the field or whatever, or there's 1,700 whales in the ocean. However you deem fit, you get to show your thing. I'm looking for a good nanner tree and I'm not finding it. Did it to myself.
All right. So
I'm going to pick a tree we haven't seen before, and that shall be the nanner tree. Oh, no, wait. Okay, I got a good one. So I'll show people at the end of the stream. This is another reason to stick around. My partner and I got a puppy this weekend.
He's the cutest puppy.
And he's a cute puppy, and he just started sleep barking, which I don't think got picked up on my microphone, but I thought it was very cute. All right. I want to tint these trees yellow. Did it work? Yes. These are the nanner trees.
All right. I'm working. To get the whale blubber up there.
Yeah, yep. Kenton, I do like your bird.
Thanks.
I'm glad you got to draw on the map.
Give him one fish here.
Okay, so, and I want before I do this and before y'all laugh, I want to reiterate that we are supposed to have an abundance of
Thank you for preparing us.
I am currently stockpiling our whale blubber.
Is the water trees that the whales typically flock around? And
Mhm.
that's why
So we
have
catch
much-
them, and then we throw the metric tons of whale blubber.
I see. We just throw it in a pile on the beach, hopefully away from the hot day wind.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
why it's-
Oh, you don't want those two interacting.
Yeah, it's downwind. It's downwind.
Yeah, that's why it's all down there.
Can I put a whale in the ocean? Is that
Oh,
okay,
please.
CJ? All right.
If you could.
I got you. I'll put a whale in the ocean.
We don't want the island whale enthusiasts to think that we got them all.
Yeah, don't worry. There's still plenty. This is a sustainable resource. For
Can you
now.
do, like jerk whales too, like just really
Yeah. Here,
whale.
do you want me to? I'm gonna draw a little angry eyebrow.
I got this little blow spout. I forget what they call it, but spout.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they squirt people. Like you're just walking around, like minding your own day. Minding your own day. That's the thing people say at a beach. Minding my own day, and jerk whales come along and splash you. It's like, oh man.
And then a
I'm helping
whale
Kenton. I hope
comes
it's okay.
along.
No, that's I like how mean that one is.
There's the rest of it.
Oh no,
He's
Oh wow.
yeah.
The jerk whale.
And then there's some of other ones on the right hand side of the map too. Do you like those, Ken?
yes.
All right, cool.
An outsider has to come in and tame the jerk whale because we can't. That's how it happens in all of the movies.
All right. So as we as we keep going, so the way that play actually works is every card is a week. So each week is going to be a turn taken by one player with play proceeding clockwise, whatever. I'm just going to do it in the order that's on the bottom of my Roll20 screen. So during each week, the active player will draw a card, read the relevant text aloud, and resolve it, and follow all bold text. Project dice, which is going to be a thing we do differently, is reduced by 1, and any finished projects are updated, and the active player chooses and takes an action, such as discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. So Corey, if I could have you look at the first of your spring cards, we'll get this party started.
Spring is 3 or
You should have 3 of those. Yeah, if you click your little
Okay.
thingy,
Gotcha.
you'll see all of them.
Gotcha. I see it. Cool. All right. So, spring. An old piece of machinery is discovered. Broken but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or, an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the community destroy it?
Nice. So you if you want, you can actually drag that card onto the table, onto the map. We should be able to all see it.
All right.
If you
Should
want
I
to.
draw it onto the island?
Yeah, like right there.
Giant card appears.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
So Corey, you get to decide which thing happens.
Okay. Let's see. I think how's the community destroy it? I want to go with the first one. But what piece of machinery is found?
Yes.
Maybe some machinery that can help us turn this excess whale blubber into oil for lighting lamps and candles and
I know how this story ends.
Cool. Yeah. So, yep, you get to do that thing. So now you get to draw it on the map.
Okay.
Or put a token on the map from our available tokens that we all understand. This is the machine what fixed the whale blubber.
Gotcha. All right. So I will put this. Let me move it up. It's going to be a big old factory that doesn't even look like a factory necessarily.
It's a factory for
Here, I'll move your card so it's not in the way.
All right. It's just there, and basically it's just like they just you don't even put the whale straight in. You just put the blubber on the machine, and it just
Nice.
pumps out like all the nutrients and
Good old whale.
and it sits there right on the coast to let them know who's boss.
They keep coming because the trees the ocean trees are there, but
Yeah.
it should actually be really close to the ocean trees. Maybe just
Yeah, you can put it wherever you like. All right, cool. So now you get to do one of the following. 1, discover something new. 2, hold a discussion. Or 3, start a project. So discovering something new is that you get to introduce a new situation. It might be a problem, an opportunity, or a bit of both. And then you draw that on the map. Something like, there's a dried up well located at the edge of town. Mangy wolves have been sleeking around the woods. A self-declared prophet arrives. Things like that. You can hold a discussion, which is, it's like we call a town hall. And each of us represents a member of the community. And we get to talk about something you feel, which it might be a little early for this now because I feel like we don't have a lot of conflict going on. But some example conversations include, should we retaliate against the bikers? Or could we use the school bus as a sleeping area for village children? So there's that. And then also is start a project. So you choose a situation and declare what the community will do to resolve it. There's no consultation around this idea, it just starts. So we're converting the mine shaft into a cold food storage. We're killing these wolves. We're going to sacrifice a newborn on the night of the full moon to appease the windwalkers. Just a few examples like that. So as a group,
Everyday examples.
Yes. You quickly decide how many weeks the project would reasonably take to complete, minimum 1 and maximum 6. You're a small community. It isn't that easy or quick to build a house or repair a water wheel. So there's that.
I think the northwestern depleted tree could become a forest. Again, if we were to unite.
This banana tree?
Is a banana tree in the top?
Yes, that is a banana tree.
Ah, okay.
That's how we escape the UV rays.
Huh.
Can't you see the bananas just sticking out of the trunk?
It's a weird tree, I told you.
What if we created a well? So times when we have a overpopulation of nanners, we can just put the skins into the well.
Okay.
And everyone,
a nanner storage hole.
Yeah, the community can just come by, get their
sunscreen from their hole.
What would you like to name this project?
I feel like
I'm writing it down.
It gets the lotion from Nano Tree.
It puts the lotion on your skin.
I'm gonna name it that. Hold on. Let me get in here. Need that new name. And how many weeks do we think it'll take?
I don't know if we have that many stonesmiths. So it'll probably take a good amount of time to build a proper well, and then get the farmers out there to help pick and squeeze out that
nanner juice or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So maybe a good 2-month effort.
Too much. Oh, that's too. We gotta do
That's too
between
much?
1 and 6. 1 and 6.
1 to 6? Okay.
I could roll 1d6 for you.
1d6 would be awesome. Bring that randomization to my life.
Oh, 6.
All right, the dice have spoken. And so where is this taking place? What part of the map?
Oh, it's in the northwest. So it's north of the Hot Wind Day
So like here.
funnel. Yes.
All right. Look at these cool little pins. So there's a little pin, and then we can put the little circle next to it. I really like this map pack, by the way. Look at this. We're color coded. We're color coded, everyone. Awesome. And then that's that. Okay, so next is Ceejay.
All right. Let's see.
I'm missing your packets.
We gotta get those packets.
I'm choosing this as well, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna do your first spring card.
Okay. All right. What belief or practice helps unify your community? And I think I put it in the chat. All hail the nano tree.
Let me see. I don't. Can you drag your card out?
Yeah. Just a second. There it is, right there
perfect.
on the map, over the nano tree.
Okay, so what belief or practice helps unify your community? Got you. So that is the use
the
of
ocean tree.
Yeah, is it the ocean tree or the nano tree?
No, the ocean tree is what we worship, and we're fighting for it from the abundance of angry waves.
Got you. So
This all supposed to make sense, right?
yeah. All right, so here's a belief we have. I'm just typing things down so we can remember. We worship the ocean tree. And we use the nano tree to protect ourselves from the hot sun. Does that sound appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. So we're now at 5. We've worked very hard to start building this lotion well. So spent 1 whole week on it.
I imagine it was like a slide. You know? You go down to the pool and you start the day out that way. Is that not what you guys were imagining?
I think that sounds great, Ken.
Okay.
And Ceejay, now so you get to decide, are we discovering something new? Are we holding a discussion, or are we starting a new project?
Let's hold a discussion.
All right, what would you like to discuss?
The chat question of, would we all rather fight a horse-sized duck or 10 duck-sized horses?
Do we really have to take a week? Do we have to call in all the elders of the community?
I think this is in politics are important.
That's fair. All right. So Ceejay, why don't you start?
Well, for me, I would say that the duck-sized horses would probably be my pick.
I am in agreement with Ceejay. I would much rather fight 10 duck-sized horses than 1 horse-sized duck.
I think you're both wrong. And here is my reason.
Explain yourself.
1 duck-sized horse, one horse-sized duck is worth more than 10 duck-sized horses. However much you love a pony, the novelty of a horse-sized duck is better. For
All right.
reasons.
All right, and Corey, you get to finish up our conversation about it.
I think a horse-sized duck is a lot more fearsome. Depending on the technology that we have to face these threats, I would probably opt for the duck-sized horses because you can just everybody just elevates their beds so that they don't get nibbled on in the middle of the night, and we're good.
That is the fear I had. All right. Great talk, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, cool.
We'll put this in a Confluence doc tomorrow morning.
All right, so I will pull out my spring card. Here we go. So where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or what natural predators roam this area? Are you safe? Oh, I want to put some predators in.
Any
They are not duck-sized horses nor horse-sized ducks. Although I feel
like that could be our community's natural predator.
Okay, never mind. There's a horse token. All right, it's duck-sized horses.
Swarms of tiny horses.
That's what we get. Congratulations, everybody.
Well, I'm glad that we'd rather fight those than.
Yeah. All right, we are not safe. Here's a swarm of them.
Is that the plural noun for them?
A swarm, yes.
Swarm of.
They travel in swarms.
they travel in single file
to hide their numbers.
They're literally a V formation like geese.
Oh, that's how they get you.
It's the aerodynamics.
But it's a reverse V.
Yeah, it's not good aerodynamics. All right. I've added in my thing, and I'm gonna say that we should start a project, which is to raise all the beds. I like. I'm gonna call it bed uppies. I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to raise everybody's beds. I'd like to give this a 3, but I'd like to check how everyone else feels about that.
That seems pretty reasonable.
See, I'm down with it.
Alrighty. And so this is happening in our community. So let me put a little pin in. And while I'm doing that, Kenton, can you put your card up? And read it.
They can climb
There is
stairs.
Disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what? I think I want to say. Oh, did I even pick the wrong one? I did.
That's okay.
I'm going to read the actual one that I drug to the table.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful thing in this area, or what's the most hideous thing in this area? We have a lot of beauty, and like this is fairly serene, even though we've got the duck-sized horses.
We do also have a mountainous pile of whale blubber.
That's true. I think the most hideous thing in this area is definitely going to be the jerk whales.
The jerk whales.
Yeah, I know that that's not adding anything new, but I think it's adding complexity and nuance to the jerk whales because they eat children.
Okay. The jerk whales eat children. Wish they'd eat the dang horses.
Yeah, it's an infestation we're chock-a-block with horses.
All right, so let me take down these projects by another point. So now they're at 3 and 2. I'm gonna just start drawing little. There we go. That's smart.
While you're doing that, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
all of you, what is your favorite Roll20 thing that's happened this year? It can be like some feature that went out. It can be a module that went out, or any old thing that happened. This is just my opportunity to talk about Roll20 Con because it was awesome.
Yeah, you talk about yours first, and I'll think while you talk. Tell me about Roll20 Con for you.
Well, Roll20 Con, like we do every year, we did a number of streams that raised money for Take This, which is a organization that helps to decrease stigma and increase support for mental health in the game industry, and that's tabletop video games and everything. We had a bunch of fun streams. My personal favorite, all of them are great, but my personal favorite was Plot Hunters. They played Fiasco, and all of those videos are so funny. And it's on the 20 YouTube channel. Should you want to take a look? Because you should, if you enjoy and during the weekend and all the streams, we raised $1,500. So,
I think we lost a couple of your packets, but what I heard was we raised $1,500 for Take This, which is a great charity, and that you can check out everything on our YouTube. That was when it started going away.
And Plot Hunters, which I don't want to lose that because that.
Yeah, Plot Hunters. They're very funny. I'm sorry, I'm a robot tonight.
I'm
just as upset about it as you are.
Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the awesome streams from Roll20 Con, please go do so on our YouTube page. I think for me, my favorite thing that happened at Roll20 this year, I shouldn't say me getting a promotion, but it was my favorite thing that happened at Roll20 this year was moving up into the licensing position, because it means that I get to like keep working to make the stuff on the marketplace really awesome. And Ashton is the person you've seen around the bug forums, posting about our new product, and having her come on as the role that I did was really great. And I really like Pathfinder 2. I really like the new leveling system, and I think it's really good. So if you have not checked that out yet on Roll20, please do. There's a very nice new sheet that was created by our user collaboration team that is getting better all the time, and we have some really cool stuff planned for it in 2020. So there's my answer.
Or do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I can go first. I think the most exciting thing that I'm super hyped about this year, the things that are to come. Can't talk about them much at all, but like I'm so excited to see like the future. Like, oh, when you guys
Corey's
see the future.
Secrets.
So Corey's favorite thing from this last year was this next year.
Which is like is a thing.
Galaxy brain.
No, that's fine. I think my favorite thing was I started last year, and it was right after the whole company retreat. And so this year, getting to go, and we work remotely. We like none of us are in the same city, or not, that's not true. But most of us like we don't go into an office every day. We work from lots of different places, all 4 time zones all across the U.S. plus people spread around the world. And it's actually like 6 time zones right now because people are traveling but getting everybody together and like in one room, that was a lot of fun. So yeah.
Corey
wasn't there, but that was.
He will be next year. That's one of the things to.
Yeah.
That's one of those future things.
One of those future things.
Awesome.
So what's the next thing that I do here?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So Kenton, to finish out your turn, you want to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project?
So we've held a discussion, and then we've done 2 projects. I don't feel like it's my brand to start a project.
You need to manage these ones,
right? So I think I want to discover something new.
Yeah, what do you want to discover?
I don't think I know. And I get to pick it. That was my question. Is like I get to. So I want to discover a hidden stash of advanced weaponry.
Oh, cool.
That
So
we can
please,
use in our ongoing war against tiny horses and angry whales.
so please go ahead and either draw or otherwise use an icon, etc., on the map for where you have found this stash of advanced weaponry.
How advanced are we talking? Like trebuchet or?
It is so advanced that
I learned what a trebuchet was earlier this year.
It's a very efficient form of thing lobbing.
Yes, actually, that is exactly what it is. I can't. I'm looking back at it. Someone in the chat said that the whales and the horses made a deal, and the horses chased the children into the sea to get eaten by the whales.
That's some
a
Kelpie
shock.
level shenanigans.
Oh.
what do the horses get out of it, though?
Entertainment.
That's all they need.
Endless entertainment.
So right here is our weapon stash.
All right.
It's not just axes and daggers. It's like space axes and galaxy daggers.
It's vibro blades and blasters, Kenton.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. We got some cool stuff going on. So now that we've done a month in game, let me see if are there any chat questions I've missed, Bunny, or did I get them all? Can you please let me know?
Dearest Bunny, it's been nearly a fortnight.
Dearest Bunny, it has been a whole month. Please update me on the status of our chat. Okay, cool. We got them all during.
We shall reconvene upon the morrow.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The horses, the swarms of tiny horses seem to all be guarding the banana tree.
Yes.
So how do we get? It seems so harrowing.
Run.
It is. Okay, no, this is like the children have nightmares at night about retrieving the.
Oh yeah, it said predators. It said predators. It didn't say neutral fauna.
Like
I'm having visions
and hug each other because it's like
they're like, oh we made it. We got.
There's the one who like doesn't see their partner, and it's tragic.
Oh my god!
They got run into a whale's mouth by a flock of horses.
I'm having visions of horses, a tiny horse galloping towards someone like the Gallimimus in Jurassic World.
I was just about to say it's the beach. It's exactly the beach scene in Jurassic Park 2, right? That was 2. Where it's like the girl with the sandwich, but then it's just like a tiny horse like puts its head up over a fallen log.
And sooner or later, there's just a sandwich there. Don't care about sandwich they don't eat. They just want to eat whales.
They just want to watch. All right, Corey, it is your turn to put down another spring card.
All right. Let's see. I'll read it out first. There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it, and why is it abandoned? Let me drag that out.
Ooh.
All right. Large body of water.
Stares at the entire ocean.
Let's see. And there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Why is it abandoned? So can I add a new thing, or I just talk about something that already?
Yeah, you get whichever one you do, you add a new thing.
What does it look like? All right. Oh, okay. There is a pond or a lake where the duck-sized horses actually spawn from.
Ooh. We got some little dark wiggly pieces on this map for you to drag.
They spawn from them?
What's the problem, Ken?
No problem. I'm very excited for return.
All right.
Teams and teams.
Which one you want, Corey?
Let's see.
I feel like we should also say that like all of us worked a full work day before doing this round table. So
And right before this, I stuffed like 5 pieces of pizza in my mouth, like 20 minutes. So I am here.
I'm gonna grab one of the bodies of water down here and add it. This one might stand out a bit, but let's see. Copy. How's this gonna work?
I see. I see what you're
angular-
doing. Do you want edges on that bad boy, or just leave him as he is?
Would it be more ominous if they came out of a square like?
It's just a right angle lake. Oh my god, incredible.
Because if we found like advanced weaponry, then this could be like a post-apocalyptic world, right?
Yeah, and this is just the event horizon.
Did we finally make it to the M. Night Shyamalan twist where it was like this is on an alien
Where it was
planet or whatever?
heading whenever I play a game, yeah.
Okay, all right.
We were the horses the entire time.
And one of that horses was the Statue of Liberty. So let me reduce these projects real quick. Do you like that one, Ken?
I really, really did.
Okay. So Corey, you get to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
Let's have a discussion.
All right.
So we know the threats are available to us. Can we start training folks to use this weaponry, or do we not understand how it works yet?
I believe that all things that are scary should be thrown into the mouths of the angry whales.
I think we shouldn't arm the whales, but arm ourselves against the whales.
Because the minute that you throw the advanced alien weaponry into the ocean, the whales are gonna grow arms, and they're gonna take up arms against us.
I see no other inevitability.
All right, good talk, everybody.
Glad we can all agree.
So in the standard version of this game, everyone gets what are called contempt tokens, and whenever like there's a conversation like this, if somebody really goes against what your representative population wants, you just slowly take a contempt token, and it's like how mad are these people? How much conflict is there? I would have taken a contempt token if that's how we were playing. How dare you? No, it's fine.
Keep the weapons, or did we arm the whales?
We didn't do either. We just talked about what we're gonna do. So so now, for example, Ceejay could be like, all right, let's start arming whales or whatever he wanted to do. Let's skip
I think it's
ahead.
funny that the whales would need arms.
They have to
overnight.
reverse evolve back to their arms. Ceejay, how about you start with a summer card this time?
Sweet.
So I know we're starting to get later.
Oh, nope, hold on.
I'm taking everybody's spring cards. You can't have them anymore.
Oh man, spring goes by faster and
Summer
faster every year.
card. Okay, so a project finishes early.
Ooh.
What led to its early completion? Or the weather is nice and people can feel the potential all around them. So I say the weather is nice because I wish the weather where I was nice. And the people can feel the potential all around them. I want the power of positive thinking. Everybody knows it. So let's start a new project. And I think that project should be arming the citizenry to try and eradicate our infestation of tiny equine monsters.
I knew you would. All right. So what do you want to call this project? Funny names get more points on the thing that I just arbitrarily decided.
Project horse-b-gone.
There you go. You got points. How long do you think it'll take us to train up people to use these weapons?
4 weeks. I'm sure they all have triggers.
I'm sure you can tell which end to point at a small horse.
No, just wait for the person before you to go.
Fantastic. So we get to bring down the other projects by 1 dice, or 1 point, which means Bed Uppies has now been created. So I'm just gonna draw a little bed here to represent all beds. And it's got long legs now. These horses will never get us.
How do we get up there?
I'm not done. Hold on, there's a ladder. There it goes.
And we race up there, and the horses try to get up, but then their tiny hooves fall through the rungs of the ladder.
Yeah, horses can't climb ladders. That's science. Look, here's a sad horse. Okay. I'm trying so hard. This horse is like my dog. His legs are so short. All right, so 1 project complete. Good job, everybody. We did it.
You can now sleep at night without fear of
horse.
All
right, Ceejay. So now you get to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start even another project.
I want to discover something new.
Sweet.
So, that was a last minute decision. So let's see. I want to discover a river that runs through our forested mountains.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and grab out a river and put it on in.
Yeah, so on my way.
And while you do that, I will grab out a summer card. I will wait for you to put your river.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. There's a lot of map tokens in this pack.
There's so many of them.
If anyone is interested in this pack that we are using, could I have somebody post the marketplace link, please, for Arlen's fantastic map packs? I think they are so fun and whimsical, and I really want to play in a game that actually has some overworld travel where we build out a map together, just so I can use these tokens. There's one that's purple and green, and it's just a witch swamp, and I really love it. Not to play favorites, I just really like the more weird stuff on the marketplace, right? That doesn't look so classic role-playing game.
Corey, that was the perfect blonk.
Go. Sorry.
No, that's great.
All right. You've got a river.
Alrighty. So, I have outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat and how are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many and how are they greeted? And as an agent of chaos, I will be choosing some dragons. Come here, dragons. We have dragons now. They can talk and communicate with us.
Are they in league with us against the horses and the whales?
Oh, we don't know yet. That'll be something to find out later. There is a small group of dragons that has landed.
How did they greet the ahs? Like,
how are they greeted? They are greeted by the ahs with a loud ah.
Oh, right. But what did the dragons do back? Maybe it's just the people that I represent, but we hear the ahs in like a holy reverence, and yeah.
So despite their fearsome appearance, they seem to come in peace.
Okay.
And have brought a selection of shiny gems into our community.
Oh, nice.
One of them's name is George. George the dragon.
Do they also need sunscreen? Maybe we can establish
all right, so before we get to the rest of my turn, it gets the lotion finishes. So Corey, would you like to draw your banana well or nanner well?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me start drawing.
This is the loudest year, you guys.
Yeah. Or icon from the thingy, whatever you like.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this will work.
Oh, Corey already found a place.
I'm sorry. Nick from XP Team has posted a picture of Dragon Tales in chat, which is actually exactly what I was thinking, which is very funny to me.
Dragon Tales. Yeah. Let's stop syncing before copyright or something kicks in.
Yeah. Warner Brothers has taken down this video, demonetized it off YouTube. Let me see. I'm going to post it. I'll post it here so everybody can look at.
So, Corey, while you're placing the nanner hole, I see Quincy wants to know what you're drinking.
Agua naturale. Just water.
Some ding dang water.
Just water. It's celebration water. It's also just normal water. Non-bubbly. I do have some seltzer. I don't know if I can show advertising, but I have seltzer water here. But it's just water.
And then the Quain asks, are there any webhooks or plans to implement webhooks so that people can link their games into Discord and Twitch? And we do use webhooks. But to answer your question more directly, we would really like to do that, and we're experimenting with that. So we hope so is kind of the answer. That is non-committal enough. I feel comfortable saying it.
Alrighty.
I'm glad we have allies in our whale and horse war.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start a project, and it's gonna be called Friends with Dragons.
Is it an outreach program?
Yeah, I would like to invite the dragons to be a part of our community.
That's so nice.
I feel like this should be a short project, but how does everyone else feel?
Yeah, no, I think that's a 1 week project. Like, we just got to go, okay. Hey, dragons.
Does everyone else agree? 1 week project?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nobody messed this up for me. I'm kidding. That's what the game's all about.
They can warn us. They can warn us when the children are too close to the children.
Oh my gosh. You already want to use our friends. I can't believe you, Ceejay. Kenton, how about you do a summer card?
Sounds good. I'm going to do this one. And it says these words. Introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it, and how does it go awry? Awry is a good word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. On one hand, mysteries are mysterious, and on the other hand, unattended situations. I like scary. I kind of like scary. Oh, I don't like the choices, which is really what this game's all about. And I'm killing time to come up with oh yes, okay. So it will be a mystery. There will be a mystery, and it is mysteriously. Yes, this.
Question. While this mystery is uncovered,
Mhm.
how are we getting this much whale blubber before the weaponry showed up? Were we just grabbing the dead whales, or
We don't know yet.
okay?
We haven't figured that out.
Play
Is
to
this
find
just
out.
a big eye? She just put a big eye.
Shruggy guy.
Mhm.
It's a mystery, but I need to answer questions about it. Oh, what is it? It appears to be something more powerful than we've met before.
More powerful than the whales.
More
More
powerful,
powerful than the horses that are
more
duck
powerful than the
sized.
horses in mass. More powerful than the dragons or the ahs. But but without a threat, right? It's just observing. But with this new confidence in the weaponry, we attack it.
Oh wait, Kenton. Is that too far? Is it you just get to introduce the mystery.
Oh, I did.
So you could start a discussion. You could start a project, attack the eye, or
let's start a discussion.
all right.
Yes.
This eye.
Let me wait real quick. Let me run down these things. One, we're friends with dragons now, and I have to draw that. Project Horse Begone has gone. Is getting so close. Friends with dragons. Dragons have a house now. They now live on the island, and let
on
me
HBO Max.
let me get an acceptable dragon cave in the mountains for them. And then you go ahead, Ken. I just wanted to make sure things resolved in order.
The clan of is fearfully reverent of the eye. We believe that our destruction of the horses and our friendship with the dragons has caused displeasure with something more powerful and more terrible than we could possibly imagine.
That's the discussion.
Yeah, I just opened the discussion in that way.
I believe that by touching the terrible unknown weaponry, we brought this on ourselves, and we should all wait to die. Ceejay, what do you think?
I say we throw sticks at it.
I slowly draw a contempt coin.
Corey, what do you think?
I, for one, feel a lot safer now that we have this giant eye watching everything that we do.
Yes, LC Quincy, pointed sticks.
All right. Corey, can I have you draw a summer card?
All right.
Good talk, everybody.
A project finishes early. Which one? Why? If there are no projects underway, boredom leads to a quarrel. A fight breaks out between two people. What is it about? So a project finishes early. We have
one project.
And that's Friends with Dragon.
No, it's Horse Begone.
Yeah.
The horses? They be gone now?
Yeah,
no,
so
1 week.
You get no. It finishes early.
Oh,
it's just done.
Everyone took to the weaponry like super quickly. They were like, "Oh, this end."
Oh, pew. Okay, I got it. 3 pew. I was 2, but now we got the 3.
Perfect. And you get to draw on the map what that looks like. Corey, because you finished it early.
I don't know if I have the skills to draw.
Well, or use an icon or whatever you feel is appropriate.
Just delete all of the horses.
Let's see. Advanced weaponry. Let me look through this pack. Okay. All right.
RM space animals / tiny dash horses space flag R.
All right. I'm gonna say that what it looks like is the population of horses got shifted down considerably. So like if we're looking at the V, there's a skull behind some of the packs in the top right. So we got like a third of the horse population is going to get hit.
Polo Sea biscuits.
It can't all be Seabiscuit, you know. So we've thinned out the horse population.
Yes.
That's the actual like scientific name for the tiny horses. Is sea biscuits.
Seabiscuits.
Since they're small, would it be sea biscotti?
Seabicket.
Sea cookie? Those are the British, or those are the American ones.
Yeah.
Biscuits or cookies.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, and so since there's no projects, none of them can go down. And Corey, do you want to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a new project?
Let's see. Let's start a new project.
All right, what do you want to do?
Are there any other communities outside of our island?
Do you want to have the project be to go explore?
Yeah, let's get an exploration thing going.
Where do you want to explore?
The vast ocean to the east.
Ooh, ocean to the east.
Question: which way's east?
Are we being standard? Don't.
It depends on depends on the time of day.
You see, the island rotates. Is that?
Or does the globe rotate? I mean, the globe rotates, but does it rotate funny?
Listen, y'all work that out, but you tell me the funny name for your project.
Headed west. West.
It's in there now.
Oh boy.
How long do you think it'll take to explore this direction?
I don't know. It's pretty big.
See how we
like
have
4 weeks. Head
so
out 2 weeks, come back 2 weeks.
Hopefully we get people coming back after 2 weeks. I guess we could ask our dragon friends, hey, where are you from? And
on the way other side of the map.
We can just ask the dragon friends. Like
Dragon Week.
No, it's not. No, Corey has started a project, and we will respect Corey's project. Yes. Let's fast forward into autumn, just because I'm looking at the clock. Ceejay.
Yes.
Let's have you draw an autumn card, please.
Will do. Okay. So a natural disaster.
Oh no.
Yes. Strikes the area. And I have to choose one of these options. So you focus on getting everyone to safety, remove an abundance in our project fields. Or you focus on protecting supplies and hard work at any costs. Several people die as a result. I like chaos in Discord. So we're going to focus on everyone.
All right, we only have one abundance, so I guess headed west fails, and we get rid of all of our blubber.
It washed back into the sea.
And what kind of natural disaster was it?
a vengeful hurricane brought on by tears from the giant eye.
Can you say that one more time?
Oh, a vengeful hurricane brought on by tears from the giant eye.
Yep, that happens.
Washes the blubber out into the sea, where it do a thing like in the Lion King, where when they die, they eat the grass and the antelopes eat the grass.
Yeah, now the whales can eat the whale blubber
and become even stronger. They can reach their final form. They have legs now.
I wish they did.
What if they had legs under the ocean the entire time, but nobody's ventured under?
New project: find whale legs. I'm making the oops. That's Control T, which makes a new tab. Here's I've made a water feature.
I'm sorry about my packet.
No, this is what this game's all about: ruining everyone else's fun. Just kidding. Everyone has fun at the same time. Perfect. I love it. So there's your card. We can't bring any projects down because now it's dead. Ceejay, do you want to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project?
Let's have a discussion.
All right, what would you like to discuss?
I would like to discuss how we can take the eye out, and two.
Nope, only one topic.
Only one topic.
Mm-hmm.
Dang! I was going to talk about the Ore Report and Call of Cthulhu. But...
Oh wait, okay. Well, we can talk about that. I just meant in the fiction. CJ, don't. I'm sorry.
This is metatext. But yeah. How are we going to get rid of the eye?
Get rid of the eye is what is going to save us from
more tears.
Frost
shepherds,
because the tears are salty and will take more cold to freeze.
Well, I'm glad that you've
science
finally joined my side of not shooting at the eye, because it's our fault for disturbing the natural order.
I forgot.
La la la. And that we all just need to wait here to die, I guess. But maybe we'll be saved by the eye. I like what you're saying. Okay, thank you, Kenton. I've changed my stance. I good.
I good. I thought I was. Yeah. I don't know. I good now.
I want to believe the last storm that came from the tears was probably because the hot day wind was blowing into the eye, it was drying up, so it was blinking a lot, tearing up. If we can convince the eye to let us rub some moisturizer on it, it will dry up as much, and then everybody wins. We get a giant floating eye, no tears. Everybody wins in this situation.
Everyone wins.
Also, we never noticed that inside of the weapons cache of futuristic shoot-ups, there was also a giant, unnecessary, large size bottle of Clear Eyes.
Yeah, maybe we can make a project tribute. that's a big eye drop. We can talk about that later. Perfect.
Oh man, yeah, we can make it out of the nanners.
That's what I've been stocking up.
Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry to ruin everyone's fun. So here's my card. I could either do Harvest is Here and Plentiful, Add an Abundance, or Cold Autumn Winds drive out your enemies, remove a threatening force from the map and the area. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this eye. I do feel that this eye is threatening, seeing as how its size is our entire community pretty much. The eye gets too cold and leaves. So let's move that guy.
It's okay. Sticks down.
I just leaves. So there's no projects to take down. So I need to think about if we're going to discover something new or start a project. I would like to start a project. What are we going to do about this winter? We've lost our whale blubber, which we needed for our lamps, by the way.
The factory is useless now.
Yeah, the factory is just useless. New project.
More whales? Like, we still got whales. We just don't have the glut of blubber. Oh, maybe not.
I'm gonna new project, moving in with dragons. I think for this winter we need to become much closer with the dragons and join forces.
They're very flamboyant halitosis.
Yeah, exactly. You're with me. I think this is gonna be a longer project though. So to figure out how this is all we're gonna be roomies for a little bit, and everyone knows that requires a lot of negotiation.
Tracks.
We're gonna have a little episode where it turns out that dragons don't do their dishes and they play their music too loud, and but yeah, Kenton, please draw an autumn card.
The dragons are just like, every time I feel a little chill, boats of fire makes us warm.
Y'all need blankets.
The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? Choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure that it is perfect. Add 3 weeks to the project die. 3
Stop
weeks.
that.
Everything else to work on it. All other projects fail. There are no if there are no projects underway, we have one, right? One.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of a biological imperative because we need warmth.
Yeah. Well, there's the fun one that we drop everything else to work on the projects, and so nothing really happens.
Yeah.
We just
that is definitely what everyone is working on.
Yeah.
All right.
So I didn't need a card to tell me that, but
that's how the cookie crumbles.
And then I'm going to start a new project.
Mm-hmm.
The Order of the Clan of believe that the only way we will survive the winter is by flying off the island with the dragons. And so we start a dragon saddle shop here in the town.
All right. What's the funny name you'd like for that? Be careful.
Now I'm triple checking.
Says more about me than it does you, Ken. Don't worry.
Get your dragon saddled.
You fire riders.
I'm gonna say giddy up, parentheses, on dragons.
And that'll take 4 weeks to finish.
All right. My lines have gotten bad, but no one cares. Fantastic. Corey, let's have you do an autumn one.
Okay. I'm gonna drag it out. A project finishes early. Which one? Why?
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Moving in with dragons or giddy up on dragons?
Giddy up, parentheses. On dragons.
Like we learn to fly on them before we become really close friends with them. That seems a little unnatural. But for the sake of our safety as a people, I will say giddy up on dragons is the project that finishes early.
All right, cool. And since you're the one who finishes it early, you get to add it to the map. What does this look like? Like, what is the saddle shop, etc.?
So outside of the actual shop is like a long runway, where the dragons have to get a running start, but also the people. So you're like, they're both like running side by side, and they jump on it, and then they take off. Usually, it's around the time where the hot day wind comes in, so they can get extra lift.
All right, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help with this because I had an idea. I hope it's okay with you.
Yes, please do.
Here's the runway. Does that look nice to you?
It does.
Let me put a little dragon. Put a little dragon over here. And I'm gonna draw a little saddle on him.
I'm gonna get the shop that people pick up their saddle and or dragon from.
Here's a little saddle. Looking great. It's not a diaper. Wait, if I put
reins, have two functions. I feel like
if I put reins on it, nope. Now it just looks like a big old sippy straw. That's fine.
It's like one of those backpack water.
Yeah,
bottles.
he's got a camelback on because he's thirsty. I'm gonna put a little guy on there that he's having a great time. Little cowboy hat. Giddy up.
That's amazing.
Parentheses on dragon.
Yes.
Close parentheses.
Thank you. Okay, great. And so moving in with dragons also moves down 1. And then Corey, do you want to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project?
Can we start a project to get more abundances, or is that a?
Ooh, let me check. Can we update resource? Okay. So maybe the completion of a project alleviates a scarcity or creates an abundance. Yes.
Okay. All right.
What would you like to get more of, or?
Let's say that they're more populous now that we've taken to the air. I don't know how, but I guess they're less afraid of jumping in the air now that we're around as well. Their natural predator, some unknown thing, is scared off by us riding dragons.
So, what's the goal of the project?
Increase the natural population.
Okay. Let's see, what's a funny name for that? Someone help me.
Make a wish. Well, it's been good playing with you guys.
That's it. It doesn't get better.
So I'm gonna go.
How long do we think this will take?
Maybe about 3 weeks.
All right, I agree. Anyone else?
I just wanted an excuse to do the noise.
Well, now it's written down. Now it's real.
Fun fact: when we're in public, like my family, when we're in public and we're separated from each other and we're trying to find each other, we'll do that, and then it's the other person is supposed to call back that way. That's why it was on the tip of my tongue, is because we do that in public to find each other. So
I'm a simple guy. I just scream Marco as loud as possible.
But everyone does that, and so it's like, do I say Polo, or is that? I can't tell if that was.
Was that in my Marco?
But if this gets too popular, then it's going to be like, oh man, we're going to do something else.
All right, so we're gonna transition into the winter cards here, which means we're getting. I don't know how long it's gonna take, probably 15 minutes. But if you have any more roundtable questions, please put them in the chat now, and we'll resolve them after the frost shepherds come and we figure out how many dragons we can ride or whatever. Ceejay, could I have you pull out a winter card, please?
Winter is here. like on that show.
Yeah. It already came and it's now.
Okay. Well, for winter, a headstrong community member, like one who likes to throw sticks at giant eyes, takes charge of the community work efforts. A project fails and then the project finishes. Okay. And then, or a headstrong community member tries to control the community. How are they prevented from doing this? Due to conflict, project dice are not reduced. So I'll go with the first one.
All right. Which project do you want to have failed, and which one do you want to have finish early?
Finish early is make I wish. And then the one that fails, I want to be moving in with dragons because back to conflict.
Right. Let me get the right color. Can you tell me about this headstrong community member?
Mm-hmm.
Because I realize we haven't actually written down any names like we're supposed
to. So thwarted from being able to fulfill his dreams of picking up a chartreuse branch and chucking it skyward into a giant eyeball. Harold Sassafras is his name. And then, so he's the guy and he takes over the stuff and one thing fails and one thing finishes early. So he's half a good leader.
And since you finished the make wish, you can go ahead and change the map for what that means now.
We actually had a question from IC Quincy. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen
What's the joke? Is it Eastern or European, or is that
or Eastern?
African. Thank you, Carlos. African or European? Oh,
I get it.
There you go. All right. I know it's late. Ceejay, are you updating the map?
Oh.
What does it mean now that we have more ahs?
They sure are around.
You just copy paste Kenton's drawing and
that's oh gosh. And
while Ceejay does this, Kenton, are there any thoughts to making public your roadmap or even more granular project status, such as Star Citizen's roadmap? Feel having insight on what's being worked on would go a long way to avoiding unfortunate shocks like the recent Zoom circus.
We don't like to make public things until we're certain. We are going to become more certain. So I don't know for sure that that's the case. We have been doing quarterly roadmaps, and I expect that we'll continue doing that with more
regularity
and with more successes too. That may extend as well.
Where can people find the current roadmap?
That would be in the pro forums.
All right. So if you'd like to see where development is at, go check it on the pro forums. Is there any, just to maybe get a question before it comes out, is there any thought about having that be a non-subscriber feature, or is that going to be subscriber for the time being?
I believe that's going to be subscriber for the time being. We may, things change, I suppose, is what I'll say to that. But like having that, that's one of the benefits of being a pro subscriber, is you get a little bit more contact with developers, the developers and the team more so. And on the
roadmap that's in the pro forums, are people able to talk about it at all? Like say, oh, hey, I love that feature that's on the roadmap?
Yes.
Cool.
Please,
So
please
it's
come in and say that.
yes. I know that we've talked internally about how much we would love more engagement. I'm going to use that buzzword on the Pro Forum. So if you are a subscriber and you would like to be more informed and discuss what's going on, please come into the Pro Forums and speak with us. We would love that. We love hearing feedback from everyone, but that's like that's a place where you can really get like in what we're doing. So cool. Great question, by the way. All right, we have a lot of ahs going on in this map. I see it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like bunny rabbits, the ahs.
We've done it, everyone. All right, let me see. Let me grab a winter card. Oh wait, was that your? That was just your. You just made something finish early. Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project, Ceejay?
Hold a discussion. So what was it that broke down the ongoing peace talk between us and our new dragon brethren?
Oh, like what made it fail?
Mm-hmm.
That would be something that you decide based on Harold Sassafras.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think that Harold Sassafras bumped into a dragon on the street or on the land, because we didn't establish streets, and knocked their ice cream smooth out of their hand.
Oh,
and
Banana
their banana ice cream.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be the leader, the blank triarch of the dragons, and and they weren't having it at all. So that was forever known in the village as Ice Gate, and now we are wholly unprepared and ununified for the coming of the Frost Gatherers.
All right. So, which one of the things do you want to do? Is there a project repair our relationship based on Ice Cream Gate, or what would you like to do? We've got about 3 weeks left.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of pressure put on Project Kill Sassafras.
I know, right? We got to get in. We got to get out. We got to.
Yeah, I think
befriend these dragons.
Yeah, I think that the other people in the town gang up and lock Sassafras in one of the windmills.
All right, so I'm just gonna put a 1 week. What about a 1 week project in called Jail Sassafras?
Mm-hmm. And they trap him by cornering him.
What?
Incarcerate.
I like that.
Incarcifras?
Incarcifras.
Is that with 2 C's?
It's the traditional spelling, yeah.
How dare you? Incarcifras, you monster. I was asking for your help.
Oh, I saw the ad.
Just wanted to let
Pain
you
of pointy sticks.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, point of painty six. That's what I said, and I'm not going back. We're gonna get this little red project ball on here. It's a 1 week project. I think we can track this guy down. He's loud. Yeah. Okay, my turn on my card. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do this one. I'm cheating a little bit because we want to do the most interesting ones. So someone comes up with an ingenious solution to a big problem, and as a result, a project finishes early. What was their idea? Or someone comes up with a plan to ensure safety and comfort during the coldest months. Start a project related to this. I'm gonna say that we start a project called Caves Now. It's just caves. Everybody just never mind about making sure it's a friendly situation. We're going to the mountains, kids. That's what I'm calling it. We're going to the mountains.
Caves Now.
Kids. Oh, did you like Caves Now better?
No, I was a big fan of Caves Now.
All right,
I got a hearty guffaw out of
Caves Now, and it's in caps. Caves Now. So let's go get that. We'll do pink again. It's been a while. Oh, I forgot to take out the pin for the failed one. Whatever. I can't get it now. We're so close. It's fine. All right, and then the last project goes down a week, which means Incarcifras is a success. Good work, everybody. We have put him in super jail. Let's go find a good jail for this son of a gun. He doesn't get to go in a cave. That's that's the punishment. Wasn't there some sort of house on sticks? Here it is. Yes.
House on sticks.
That's his punishment is to be surrounded by what he loved most.
What if we just
Sticky situation.
We just lower his bed so that the
he's in a tall house but with a lowered bed. So
always in danger of the sea biscuits.
Yeah. This is where the prison is. It's in this tall house. All right, and so for my thingies, I'm gonna discover something new. I should discover something new. All of the trees, or this forest up here, just real primo firewood. Or no, wait, over here. I'm gonna say it's over here. Just real good firewood.
Burns real good.
Yeah, everyone's really happy about it because it's really close to Caves Now.
Caves Now, Tim. Merch coming soon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put some big old trees here to represent good firewood. TM. And
trivia, can you believe that it took me 2 hours to get to saying something and then promising that merch would be available?
I'm really proud of you. I'm gonna put good firewood as a scarcity. Like, it's a resource. We have it.
Yeah.
All right. So Kenton, can you do a winter card? No, Kenton. Okay, that's fine.
Obi Nobi. The Frost Shepherds arrive.
The game is over. The end.
The end. Caves Now.
Right. No, Caves Now doesn't happen. We didn't make it, Kenton.
But you know what did happen? We all started running down the flight path.
Yeah.
We are on dragons.
The almighty order of the clan of flied away.
Flied away.
Flied away.
We did it, everybody. So there's a very truncated version of the Quiet Year.
Yes, thank you for coming to Roll20 Presents the last year.
Yeah. Let's see.
This was Goof level 5. I think you can play it at like Goof 1 through 10.
Oh yeah. No, this can get like I'm still in I think we're on year 2 now of a D&D game that was formed using the Quiet Year, and we did go through the entire deck. And it got ridiculous. Like, now
cool.
the DM,
so you use that to build your map and then
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool, like the GM for this has taken on more than any GM I've ever worked with, played with,
I don't know.
and played this game with
601.
two different groups, and we each made a city, and so we're like with city A and city B, and we're playing them differently in different groups, and one day, and none of us know how it's going to happen, we're going to go to each other's cities somehow.
It
And
was
so
the
we'll
best
be,
of times. It was the worst of times.
yeah, so I'm like, there are things that come up where like I'll go back and look at our quiet year game and be like, dang it, we did introduce that a year and a half ago or whatever. So um I love this game, and I'm really excited that we got to play it in a round table.
Yeah, that was really fun.
And if you're afraid of playing a drawing game, look at what you can do with mostly just cute little tokens from the marketplace. So don't be scared.
You too can have a very loud year.
Yeah, you too can make a blubber refinery and then take a screen cap of Dragon Tails down in the corner. It's possible on Roll20. So none of this was subscriber special or anything like that. It's just exactly what you can do as a free user even. So maybe drop the $5 for Arlen's fantastic map tokens. And then the
They are
$5
so
or
nice.
$9 on a quiet year. But you can go pick up the PDF if you like to. So I'm gonna check real quick. Any other questions? I don't see anything. It seems like we have answered every question you've ever had about Roll20 up until this point, November 6, 2019. So,
but
all right, great.
yeah, people should go check out again the Roll20 rundown for October. There's another one coming soon. We've got the Ore report is out. Call of Cthulhu managed to snag second place. 13% of Roll20 users were playing it last quarter. And stay tuned for some more Call of Cthulhu news for 2020. And then we've also got feature improvements coming soon, like custom token markers. And we're also, with that, going to update the current library of default token markers. And for the month of November, you should know that Lost Odyssey, which is a live stream D&D game that is DM'd by Deborah Ann Wool from True Blood and Daredevil, which is going to be really fun. You can join us in person in LA if you're around LA. But if you can't make it, there's also going to be a live stream in a VOD. And D&D versus Rick and Morty is coming.
Oh yes, thank you for grabbing all the things that I super forgot to look at. So yeah, if you've heard about the D&D Rick and Morty box set, we're going to be that's coming out November 19th. We're going to be releasing the adventure for that on the 26th.
Yes.
Eberron's coming the 19th, so get excited about that. But the week after, we'll have the Rick and Morty adventure.
Roll20 news.
And we had one more question come in from, it made me just think, I wish I had my background, my newscaster background.
Back to you, Kenton.
Thanks, Ceejay. Anyone know how often Roll20 updates community translations? I've translated a few character sheets like a month ago, but nothing has been updated yet. That was from B2 Blast. We update those every week. So if you're submitting those through Crowdin, then those should be updated. Go send a message to team@roll20.net and mention translations, and we'll get you squared away.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm double checking to make sure that we did everything. We did.
Oh yeah, that was the end of the news. Roll20 news.
All right, so thank you all for sticking with us, especially with this going over by like 20 minutes. So, all right, I've been Trivia, and I'm going away. Next.
I've been Kenton, and I'm going to leave here, but still be Kenton.
And I'm only Ceejay when I'm on camera.
And I've been Corey.
All right. Oh, wait, pets. We want pets. Everyone hold on for 1 second. If I turn off my camera, everything messes up on Zoom, but I'm gonna go grab my dog. One minute.
It just came out of the corner. Like the Lion King.
My girlfriend heard me and brought me my dog. Here he is. Say hello to the world, Richie. We've had him less than a week. So there we go. We got a dog. Everyone's happy. Except for him, because I keep moving him. Okay, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.